Hi there, welcome back. I'm still all excited about that magic trick. Did it work for you at home? Do me a favour. Can you send me an email if it did, or even if it didn't, to Debbie at Holiday. Is it the Holiday? Yeah, no, it's just Holiday, right. Debbie at holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. So Debbie at holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Did that trick, that card trick, work for you that Adrian Hurley just did? How clever is that? Right, let me just remind you about this, our brochure, which is the first time guide to cruising. If you'd like a copy, two ways of getting it. Either call us on 0871 423 4444 and we'll send you a copy. That'll cost you 10p a minute for the call on a BT landline, and other networks and mobiles will vary, or do it absolutely free of charge via holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Right, back to Adrian. That was super, that was a really, really terrific trick. Now, tell me about your balloon modelling, because not only are you an extremely slick, accomplished magician and illusionist, but you're actually a fabulous balloon artist. How and when did that all start?
Well, that was, again, working in restaurants as a magician.
Yeah.
And not knowing what trick to leave them with, or for how many tricks to do for each table.
Yeah.
When the restaurant's got 50 tables and you've got to try and get round everybody.
Yeah.
I was always spending too long at each table.
Yeah.
So I thought if I left them with a balloon model, it only takes a couple of minutes to make, and then I could move on. They've still got something to talk about and play with and what. So it all started with flowers and dogs and cats, very simple balloon models, which was fine.
Can you make them really quickly?
Yes, within seconds now. A couple of twists and pass it on and move. So that was fine, because I could then entertain at another table while they were still being entertained, and they got something to take home with them. But I did that for a few years without thinking I need to get any better at that, because the magic was the main thing.
Yeah.
But I went on a course where there was somebody lecturing about balloon models, and it was just wonderful what he was teaching us, and we were doing all different weaving to make different sculptures. Yeah. And so I went home and I practiced and realised there's an art to that as well.
Oh, yeah.
And just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then when a party comes along, people say, oh, can you make me a so-and-so? Yeah. And so, I Google the pictures and try and get an image of what it looks like, and then sit there and try and make it at home.
How good is that? How fantastic. Two questions. Number one, I can never blow up a balloon because it just makes my ears burst or pop, and I'm sure I'll die or something will happen to my brain. Is there a knack?
There is, but you are advised not to blow these modelling balloons up because they are difficult. Right. And there's a powder in them to help you twist, so that's not good in inhaling that all the time. No. So you're best off getting a pump. Oh, so is it quite bona fide to do it with a pump? Yes. It's not, you don't look like a wimp. So just getting your pump out your back pocket and start pumping your balloon up. Well, that's correct. I didn't feel comfortable with using a pump, and I got my pockets filled with magic tricks. Yeah. So to have a pump somewhere it just didn't make sense. So you can blow it up. So I just blew it up, and I suppose it's like a singer. Yeah. When they say they sing from down here, or they breathe from down here and then project. Yeah. That's what you have to do with the balloon model. Oh, no. It's not just filling your cheeks up, and that's what gives you a head. My ears go, it's horrible. And question number two, if you've got a good balloon model, how long will it last for? Well, that's a good question. Yeah. If it's not played with, if you give it a kid, it's lucky to make it home. Yeah. But I did do one for a child, which was I made a superhero, which was bigger than him. It was a 5-year-old. Yeah. And his mother sent me a picture 10 months later. Oh, wow. And it had shrunk. It had still kept the you could tell what it was, but it had shrunk to this big. How clever. Well, listen, we are going to show you a selection now of Adrian Hurley's fabulous balloon models. Take a look at this. Marvellous.
You
Wasn't that brilliant? Have you ever seen anything as good as that? Wasn't that terrific? And not so long ago, we had Children in Need, BBC's Children in Need.
Yeah, that's right.
And we saw you actually made a pudsey. Which one did you make the pudsey for?
It was 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And that was for the local area. It was being filmed in Halifax.
Right.
So when obviously it says, let's go to your local area,
yeah.
and you see a crowd of people cheering.
Yeah.
I was in the crowd there with that, and everybody wanted photos with it.
Oh, it's brilliant.
And then after the event, we auctioned it off for, I think we got £40 for it.
Yeah.
That went to Children in Need, so it was worthwhile making.
Oh, because how long did it take you to make?
Just over a day. I spent all day and then the next morning putting it together.
So you can see anything virtually and know how to make it, more or less?
Within reason, yes.
Well, listen, I tell you what, it's nearly time for us to go. That was absolutely brilliant. I've so enjoyed it. Thank you very much indeed for coming in to us today. So I do hope you've enjoyed that. Fabulous blue models, fabulous magic from Adrian Hurley. From me, take care.